Washington. Israel's former US Ambassador Tom Nides said on Tuesday that Israel may have difficulty entering the US visa waiver program. "If I want to do something, I can do it," Nides Nides said. U.S. Internal Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said to Israel Times of Israel before explaining that Jerusalem was accepted for the program. Nides, Ambassador Israel in July this year since end of U.S. President Joe Biden's end 2021, was seen as driving force behind Israel's entrance to program to negotiate necessary reforms. A renewed coercion was thrown up for a long time because it fell from various conditions formulated by Washington. Among the conditions to be encountered, there was a request for reciprocity that required equal treatment to all U.S. travelers. Israel wanted visa waiver program. But we put very clear conditions for this, the conditions they thought were all hazelnuts at beginning, he said. The security protocols in Israel have long been involved in Palestinian travelers and discriminatory procedures of Arab and Muslim origin. However, Biden administration clearly stated that Israel could not make the 41st member states of program unless it alleviated travel restrictions to U.S. citizens. At the end of Israel, in July, satellite by signing a memorandum with the United States. Later, tens of thousands of Palestinians from both the West Bank and Gaza enter Israel for up 90 days. Including flying from Ben GurionHe started allow him apply, all other Palestinians were prevented. Ultimately, accepted things they didn't think would accept. Nides did not try to implement this course for the ongoing effort for the normalization agreement between Israel and Saudi Arabia, but did not reject its premise. As a part of these negotiations, the US and Saudi Arabia want make important concessions Palestinians who will help revive expectations for a two-state solution. According officials familiar with the issue, considering the current coalition of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, such privileges seem impossible. However, during interview in living room of Washington House, Nides said that with visa waiver program, Israelis could soften attitudes thought to be unshakable. In this special case, Israel, I will say that Americans living in the West Bank did not have a security threat for inhabitants of Tel Aviv. Nides refused speculate whether Israel will ultimately comply with Palestinians ensure that Saudi was accepted program. But they will have to understand that the Palestinian peace will be a very important element to make the agreement, he said. The former ambassador accelerated critically for the success of the initiative. Mayorkas and U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, former Prime Naftali Bennett and Yair Lapid, who carried out the effort during his term of office, but former Minister of Interior Aytet offered additional praise to Bennett and Yair Lapid.